So you're the type that loves to redistribute your blessings to everyone because they need help and they need help and they need help too. And then what are you left with? Nothing. Now I'm going to make it make sense, but hi, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So I'm going to share a vision that I had just the other day. And I don't know what day it was because time isn't real, so it doesn't really matter. But what I saw, and I saw myself, right? Now, as a spoiler alert, whenever I see myself in my visions, it's because it's talking about main character energy. Now, here's another spoiler. When we're talking about anyone's life, your life, you are the main character of your life. So if you didn't recognize that before, hopefully you recognize it at this moment. So instead of referring to myself, I'm going to be referring to you from the vision. So in this vision, you won the lottery. And it was being distributed piecemeal, right? Because you chose that option. You know, you can get a bulk sum of money or you can get it distributed evenly or what have you, right? Tax purposes, whatever the reason you chose, you wanted to get it broken down. But here's the thing, right? Because in your mind, you're like, well, this is going to be sustaining and it's going to sustain me throughout the duration of my life and maybe even generations to come, right? However, there were people that came up right behind you. I mean, you didn't even acknowledge that you won the lottery yet. And yet somehow these people knew. They just smelled it on you. They sensed it on you, right? And then you want to know what they did? They put their hand out for your blessings to go into their hands. And you want to know what you did? You distributed it. You gave it right to them. And you want to know what happened next? They felt angry with you anyway, because they felt like you weren't giving them everything that you should be giving them, the things that they deserve, right? That they deserve, right? And so what did you do? You kept giving and giving and giving. And before you knew it, your hands were empty. The things that you were building up for future generations were now gone. Now they were going to have to start off from scratch because you didn't recognize the blessings that God had given to you and for your future generations. Instead, you allowed that toxic training and trauma to tether you to people who would not give you a single dollar or a dime if they won that literal or proverbial blessing and lottery. Right? Now, what is the lesson here? The lesson is not that we need to be selfish with our blessings. No, it's not. But it is so that we can work on our healing to understand and know that we are deserving of those blessings when they come. Now, you may have been on here or somewhere else where you've heard someone give you that prophecy of you're going to inherit money. You're going to win the lottery. Someone is watching your videos right now and they have been spoken to by God himself, and they're going to decide to invest in you. Maybe you've heard those videos, maybe you haven't. But here's the thing, right? I have been doing this long enough to understand and know that when we're talking about the lottery, maybe we're talking about the blessing of education. Maybe we're talking about the blessing of cutting the tether from things that are no longer healthy for ourselves or future generations. Now, when I tell you you've won the lottery, that is in reference to receiving blessings that you have actually been working towards and praying for, right? However, God wants you to understand that you're not going to receive those blessings, or you're not going to be able to hang on to them if you haven't gone through that healing process enough to understand that you are deserving and that you do not have to carry the world on your back because you are not Atlas, right? You don't have to carry the stress and the strain of people who refuse to walk into their own blessings, but still choose to capitalize on what you receive, right? Because they're going to constantly come with their hand out, and what you can do? High five and a deuce, right? It doesn't mean that you're better than, less than, equal to, any of those types of things. We have to get out of that thought process, right? Because we're raised up in a society that says that we have to compare everyone, right? In order to feel like we're a little bit better or they're a little bit worse or what have you, right? The bottom line to this bottom line is those blessings want to come to you. However, if you choose to MC hammer them away, which means giving everything away until the point where you're going to have to file for bankruptcy. Now, that doesn't, again, have to be literal. It can be emotional bankruptcy. It can be mental bankruptcy. It can be physical bankruptcy, right? Because when you expend all your energy and all of your attention, those are blessings in and of itself. Just ask anyone who's on their deathbed. Time is a hot commodity. They would literally expire someone else in order to have another hour, another day, another month, another year. However, you're giving it away freely to people who won't even give you the time of day. So all of this to say, pay attention and continue to work on your healing, because until you get to that place and space of feeling deserving of those blessings, you're going to continue to expend yourself and everything that is trying to come your way to everyone else. And also at the same time, when you do that, when you give away your blessings to other people who haven't even worked for their own, then you're basically validating them in their laziness, right? In their procrastination, in their anything, because they know that, hey, I could sit back and do nothing and I'm still going to receive. So what type of service are you doing for them when you're the one breaking your back and your body and everything else in order to receive these blessings that God has in store for you? So again, bottom line, do not give away your blessings. If you want to use them to help other people, then help other people. But what I receive is giving away your blessings is like giving money to someone who has an addiction. What are they going to do with those funds? Are they going to use them to have their money make money, or are they going to inject them into themselves? So it's your decision at the end of the day. I'm just here to remind you of the things that you already know. Remember, I don't preach, I don't teach, but I will remind. And if this resonates, it's because it's for you. So take it as it will. Continue your healing journey. You're doing amazing. And that's it. Apples and tomatoes, all the things. And bye.